It was 7 years ago when I first read this book. My deaf brother, who died in a car accident, gave it to me. His writing is still on the first page. If you ever feel you've grown up, if you feel you're not a child anymore, rip it up. This book is only for children. Many people believe it is written for children. Even the author, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, dedicated this book to his best friend in the world when he was a little boy. He surely had his own reasons to dedicate his great book to children, and I have my own reasons to believe that he did the right thing. I'm talking about The Little Prince, a great book that changed my life forever. It is not that only some part of the book is important to me, but there is a part which covers a conversation between a fox and the little prince. Fox advises the little prince, "One only understands the things that one tames," said the fox. Men have no more time to understand anything. They buy things already made at the shops, but there is no shop anywhere where one can buy friendship, and so men have no friends anymore. If you want a friend, tame me. "What must I do to tame you?" asked the little prince. "You must be very patient," replied the fox. "First you will sit down at a little distance from me in the grass. I shall look at you out of the corner of my eye, and you will say nothing. Words are the source of misunderstandings, but you will sit a little closer to me every day. You will say nothing. Words are the source of misunderstandings." This was what changed my life forever. This little sentence made me to think every day and see how actually I get hurt by the way people talk. It made me see how easy it is just to open our mouth and say something. It is actually all about tongue. Unlike all other organs of the human being's body, tongue moves very fast and does not let the people think much. It is faster than the brain one way or another. This is why many times we say something, and right after we say it, we have feelings of regret. I started to believe tongue is the greatest responsible organ for whatever happens to us, not only in our personal life, but also responsible for whatever is happening to our world. Think about the world, life condition of human being on Earth, people who kill each other because of having different things and ideas for life, race, sex, religion, politics, or many other worthless terms that people create, forces others to follow their meaning of life, and if they don't, they're getting tortured, killed, and destroyed. All these thoughts push me into a huge loneliness. It was only so easy for them to say something and change their mind, and it was hard for me to believe in what people say anymore. I needed to be far from this mentality. I didn't belong to the world of passionate speeches and the people who forgot their words easily. I knew that I can't tolerate with it forever, but I didn't have any other choice but being quiet. The good thing of this was that people, friends, family, and almost everyone related to me believed that this silence is part of my character. In their eyes, I was quiet, an introvert person who doesn't like to talk, listen, or do anything related to speaking. I was a lonely soul who just was happy with his books, and I think it all started with that little book that changed my life forever. I still believe that book is only meaningful to me because it has the color of my brother's soul and the smell of his hands. Oh, his hands. His favorite poem is still on the wall of our room. "Oh, my lot is this, my lot is this. The sky abducted from my sight by a hung curtain. The passage down a deserted stairway to retrieve something from amid the rot and banished thoughts. My lot is a sad promenade in nostalgia's garden. My lot is to catch my death in the despair of the voice that says to me, 'I love your hands.' I shall plant my hands in the garden, and I will grow, I know. Oh, I know. And in my hands, ink-stained hollow, the swallow shall lay its eggs."
ear equivalent to a hearing loss. Many outsiders think that any type of technology is a cure. What types of examples do mainstream society think of as cures for deafness?
I guess like people assume when you get a cochlear implant that it's automatically going to make deaf people hear exactly the same as hearing people do.
Like the Expendables, the family. So I have the characters right here, and they're part of like this deaf pride. That's the reason why they have DP put on their chest. And we have Captain Deeper. So I put like oralism and autism and disabled, no ASL.
Or to explain to them, or if they need something that requires audio, stuff like that. So that was the first issue. The second one was under accessibility. And it says, the Art Institute of Chicago welcomes all visitors and affirms its commitment to making its programs and services accessible to everyone. The museum has a range of resources and programs designed specifically for adults.
It wasn't about the Little Prince or the Fox or even the world, the people who talk without even caring about what they're talking about. It wasn't about the people who get killed every day, the innocent people who are victim of passionate speeches. It was all about my deaf brother. We never understood him. We never took our time to even learn his language, to understand the meaning of all their signs. He was dancing to show the power of silence, but we were not smart enough to understand what he was talking about. I never sat with him for even 10 minutes to discover him, and I will hold my cries forever. It was all about my brother, perhaps, and it was all about him that I decided not to hear anything from this world anymore.
Say